What's the rush anyway?
We're getting married. Right after graduation. I mean, you gotta tell him sometime.
What about Christmas time? That's a mellow time of the year, right? So when the bomb hits.
They can't stop us from getting married.
Look, Penny, you know them. They're gonna go bananas. But if we show them, like, how serious we are, and we tell them how we took this class on marriage together...
Why is that so important?
Well, it shows we know what we're doing. We're checking out all the practical stuff out about marriage before we get into it.
Gary?
Yeah?
I think I did something really dumb.
What?
Well, you remember how last semester I flunked Spanish?
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to my counselor, and he said that the only way that I could make it up was to drop the marriage class.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm sorry, honey. I was gonna tell you.
Oh, wow. You know what this means? The thing about this class is that you have to be paired off with somebody. And now I'll probably get stuck with the queen of the pig people.
Oh, excuse me. Gail Cooper? You mean you're taking this too?
Don't ask.
But you always said you didn't even want to get married.
Look, I don't. But try telling that to my parents. I mean, they gave me this big routine on how if I want to go to art school next year, I should take something useful first.
Useful? Weird is more like it.
Yeah, I know.
For the duration of this course, you will be married, you will have a job, a budget, a baby. You can even get a divorce at the end of the semester, if you really want one. First, though, we have to see who you're going to get married to. So, the first couple is Danny Dawson and Rosie Bieberman.
Good going, Danny.
Oh, William.
Gary Simmons and Gail Cooper.
Gail Cooper, huh? Isn't she the one who ran for student council on like a women's lib platform or something?
Yeah, right. Old super-duper Cooper. We don't need another male. Come on, girls, let's vote for Gail.
Tough luck, ma'am.
You better believe it. You know, I'm still in shock. Who's yours?
Ellen Bay. She's okay, I guess, you know? I mean, I wouldn't ask her out or anything, you know? But like for someone to get married to.
It had to be, right? I mean, who else but Gary Simmons? Got nothing in common. I mean, all
Period study. Report to cafeteria today.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to perform the make-believe wedding of 5 couples who have agreed during the course of this semester to work together and to guide each other for better or worse through all the trials and tribulations of married life. Do you, Gary and Brian and Danny and Ralph and Peter, take Gail and Linda and Rosie and Ellen and Sarah, respectively, to be your make-believe wife for as long as this class exercise shall last?
I do.
And do you, Gail and Linda and Rosie and Ellen and Sarah, take Gary and Brian and Danny and Ralph and Peter, respectively, to be your make-believe husband for as long as this class exercise shall last?
I do.
I do.
I do. I do.
I do.
Then by the power invested in me as the giver of your full grades, I now pronounce you all husband and wife. There you go. Thank you. I would like to propose a toast to the 10 courageous newlyweds.
Hey, wait a minute. What's so courageous? I mean, how bad can it be anyway?
Ask me that question again at the end of the semester. Assignment. Now, before the end of the week, I want one member of each couple to get an actual part-time job. Now, once you got it, I want you to take your hourly wage, let's say it's $2.50. You get that? Multiply that by 40 to project what your weekly income would be, in this case, be $100. Now, by next Monday, I want a full and completely detailed budget of all your household and family expenses.
All I want to know is which one of us is going to get the job. The sooner we figure it out, the easier.
Well, who do you think is going to get it? I will. Really messes up football practice, but good, I can tell you that.
Well, then I'll get one.
No way.
Look, women do work these days, or didn't you know that?
I've got to go to a class in about 2 minutes, so I really don't have time to stand around here and argue with you. If I had my way, I wouldn't be taking this course at all. It's just that I couldn't change my schedule at the last minute.
You think I would have taken it if my parents hadn't forced me to?
The point is that we are stuck with each other, right? 5 yards for the TD. I get the ball, spin, touchdown. Oh, it was terrific. I couldn't get over it.
Gary, look.
What? What?
What do you think?
What do I think about what?
The dress.
Look, Penny, I thought we were going to have a good time tonight, huh?
Oh, excuse me.
Well, my idea of a good time is definitely not staring at some stupid wedding dress.
Oh, uh-huh. I suppose you think I'm stupid, too?
No, it's...
Yeah, and maybe you just think the entire idea of us even getting married is pretty stupid, because that's what I'm beginning...
Look, Penny, I'm sorry. It's just such a pain right now, thinking about weddings and... I mean, you know, with Gail Cooper and everything... Hey, what's that?
Nothing. It's just something I'm working on.
You covered it up so fast. It was like you were
But it
trying...
isn't done. It's just that I don't...
So
like
don't
to...
show me. I just wanted to tell you that you don't have to worry about Mr. Wester's assignment. I got a job working at the tire store, and, well, if you want to go ahead and figure out the budget or anything, I'd be making like $2.65 an hour.
Oh, I already figured it out.
What?
The budget. You didn't expect me to wait now forever, did you?
I mean, how?
I got a job yesterday.
You got a what?
A job, Gary. As a typist, at a starting salary about $3.50 an hour, so I guess...
I told you I was getting the job. All the other guys are going to be working to support their wives, and I'm not going to be the only one who isn't.
Look, I'm sorry, but there's no way we can live on $2.65 an hour. Even when you add up my salary, it doesn't go very far. And anyway, I thought you'd be glad to know you wouldn't have to miss football practice.
I knew this was going to be a disaster. The minute Mr. Webster said who we had to get married to, you're just so...
So what?
You don't even give a guy a chance. You know, you're just lucky nobody ever really would marry you, because if he did, you'd drive him nuts.
Do you have any idea of what a male chauvinist pig you are? I mean, just because I make more money than you, that you have to start yelling and throwing things around just to prove what a big man you are.
Bigger than you.
Oh, right. Hey, I know that. You're a big, dumb jock, and I'm so impressed that I can faint dead away every time you start slamming into things. But what I don't know is how I'm going to get through 12 weeks of this idiotic course pretending to be married to you. I even have to have a baby with you. And if that isn't the most disgusting idea I heard...
Hey, if you're going to have a baby, how can you work too? You can't. You never thought of that, did you?
We can pay the babysitter.
Oh, yeah? How much? I mean, even $3.50 an hour isn't going to cover that. So, like I said before, now that we know my budget, we can figure it out.
I just can't wait till we get our divorce.
Now, instead of looking through these budgets with you and pointing out your mistakes, this time I'd like you to correct your own homework. I want you all to go out and pretend to shop for all the things you're going to need. Huh? Be sure to keep track of the prices.
I don't see why you can't buy all this stuff while I'm at work.
We're both supposed to find out how much things cost.
But you're the one with all the free time.
Oh, you know, I do wish you'd stop complaining about having to go to work every day. I mean, you're the one who insisted that I couldn't.
What are you doing? Just write down the price of the cheapest one and let's split, okay?
Yeah, but the cheapest one's a piece of junk.
It's a $49 piece of junk, and that's good enough for me. Too good.
I think this is the one my mom has.
You know how much that is? I mean, that's how much I paid for my car. That would be okay if we're gonna have mink rugs or something.
My mother says if you start out with good things, well, they can last forever.
It's not forever, remember? I mean, who cares if the imaginary vacuum cleaner breaks down before our imaginary marriage?
Blankets, diapers, sleep suits. Is it a boy or a girl?
What?
The baby, is it a boy or a girl?
Oh, well, we should have explained. We don't have the baby yet. We're just...
Oh, say no more. When's the baby due?
The baby's due next week.
I know you young girls keep yourselves very slim and attractive, but that is...
Look, we just want to know how much it's going to cost.
$228.37.
Well, thank you for showing us all this, but we've changed our minds.
Oh, about the 3 sleep suits?
No, about having the baby.
Come on, kids, it's time to...
It's kind of like you, doesn't it?
That one more like a chihuahua.
No, not like a
Do you have a favorite? I mean, everyone picked one out to be theirs, so I know it's silly, but...
They all look the same to me. Except maybe that one, right there in the end, see? He looks like he might grow to be a big dumb jock like his old man. Hey, maybe you'd rather have a girl. I mean, you have a right to choose, too.
Oh, since when?
Hey, look, she's bringing our kid.
Here. Would you like to hold him?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So beautiful. I was thinking maybe we could call him Hank. Is that okay with you?
Hank. Like Henry.
Yeah, like Hank Aaron.
Okay. Hey, one of my favorite sculptors is named Henry. After all.
Who's that?
Well, his name is Henry Moore.
Yeah?
He makes these huge, wonderful sculptures.
I guess I don't know. I don't know much of anything really about that kind of stuff. Not that I'm not interested. Hey, look. Let's just hope our kid grows up to be a little brighter than I am.
Honestly, Gary, why do you always keep putting yourself down like that? I mean, you talk about yourself like you were some kind of a moron.
Yeah? Well, sometimes I feel that way, especially around you.
But, why? I mean, you're really smart and sensitive and all. But, hey, I guess it's like you to try to hide it all the time.
Maybe I do. It's just that, to me, you're this big intellectual type, right?
Yeah, right. Well, I am big anyway.
Huh?
Like my mother says, I'm a big girl.
What?
Oh, forget it.
I don't believe it. You mean you're going around thinking that you're too big or something just because your mother made some stupid remark?
Well, I am 5'9".
So what? I think that's terrific. You're more like a woman than a girl.
You really think so? Well, hey, what do you know anyway?
Hey, look, I'm a smart and sensitive person. I know a lot. Two cheeseburgers.
Super deluxe?
And 2 root beers. Here we go.
Do you realize that this is the first time we've gone out together in over a week?
Huh?
I know, of course, you think your wife is more important than I am. I mean, when do you learn in that dumb marriage class anyway?
I'm learning that married people can't even afford to order cheeseburgers.
Oh, wow. I love it when you talk like that. Sound just like my father. You know where Jeannie says is a really far-out place to go for your honeymoon?
Mm-mm.
Acapulco. Wouldn't that be great?
We can't afford to go on a honeymoon, and especially not Acapulco. Besides, don't they speak Spanish there? You know, I seem to remember that Spanish is like, not your best subject.
Or are you in a rotten mood?
Now, I really feel stupid.
Why? What's the matter?
Nothing. I just wanted you to see something that I made. Look, hey, I know you're not interested in these kind of things. And, well, I feel like an idiot because I dragged you all the way down here.
You mean something of yours is here? At the art exhibition? Hey, where is it? It's beautiful. Is it me? At the hospital, right? With Hank. It's like looking at the way I felt. Like if I had to tell somebody what was going on in my head but couldn't. Now I could show them, you know?
I couldn't say the way I was feeling either. That's why I made it, I guess.
You know what?
What?
This calls for a celebration. I mean, a really special celebration. I mean, it's not every day you get to see your kid in an art exhibition. We're going out.
What about the budget?
What budget? I mean, sometimes you just have to forget about all that and enjoy yourself. Even Mr. Webster has fun once in a while. I'm taking you to Timber Top.
What's Timber Top?
That's my secret.
By now, you're probably thinking that you've been through everything, right?
Right.
Wrong. Thing is, I don't know a single married couple that hasn't fallen into some kind of a disaster. And of course, once that happens, you have no choice. Either you learn to cope or you go under. But believe me, if you work together, there isn't anything I have in this book here that you can't handle. Okay? Now, who's first? Ah, Danny and Rosie. You stole a car. You have to go to prison.
What?
Oh, come on.
Why did you steal a car?
This is too much. I think I'd rather be married than go through this course. I mean, me, a car thief? I haven't even gotten my license yet. What did I do, push the car away?
Probably did.
Gail and Gary. New baby on the way.
Oh, super.
But there's more. Husband laid off work for 6 months.
Hi, Joe.
You know what I wish?
What?
I wish we were back in Timber Top again. I wish we could stay there forever.
Yeah, me too. Hey, what are we waiting for? Let's just grab our stuff and go, huh?
Gary?
Oh, hi, Pen.
Hi. Hi, Gail. Don't forget about the party tonight.
What?
Marlena's party. Remember, you promised. I hope he treats you better than he treats me. He's always forgetting things.
Oh?
Yeah, you know, sometimes he even forgets that I'm the one he's getting married to, not you.
What?
Well, I mean, he gets so carried away by the course and all.
Hey, Penny, come off it, huh?
What do you mean you're the one he's going to marry?
Oh, you mean he didn't tell you?
Tell me what?
Oh, well, nothing. You know, it's actually supposed to be kind of a secret, isn't it?
Penny?
But, you know, Gail, I just want to tell you how great I think it is that he's, learning about marriage with somebody like you. I mean, he told me you're really good at figures and things like that. You know, practical things.
Hey, look, I gotta go to practice. I'll see you tonight then, all right?
What about the party?
Tomorrow then?
That isn't necessary.
Huh?
Look, we don't have to get together at all, Gary.
But we gotta figure out about the baby and the job and all.
I can take care of it, okay? I mean, just forget it, okay? I can take care of this whole thing by myself.
Bye, Gail.
Gail?
I told you I didn't need any help.
Look, just let me explain about Penny, all right, and what she said.
Don't bother. I mean, the last thing I want to do is interfere in your social life. So if you want to go off to some party...
But I don't. I want to do the assignment with you. It's just that I promised Penny 2 weeks ago...
Well, then go. I mean, it's not as if I'm not used to doing everything myself.
What do you mean by that? You know, I've been working pretty hard the past couple of months, and I don't appreciate being treated like some sort of goof-off.
Well, then stop acting like one. I mean, look, I'm the one who got us through this whole semester, and it's just typical of you that now that we're going to have another baby and you've lost your job, that I can't even count on you to sit down and work things out.
Hey, you know, it's not like it's a real baby or anything. We're pretending, remember?
Look, I know perfectly well that we don't have a real relationship, Gary, but we do have real marks to worry about, and that just happens to matter to me. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have had one baby, let alone two. And I don't think I would have married someone who works in a used tire store and makes a lousy $85 a week take-home pay. I wouldn't have gotten married at all.
You think I would?
Well, obviously. I mean, you're going to marry some brainless little bubblehead like Penny Costanzo and spend the rest of your life regretting it.
You know your problem?
What?
You have to be boss in everything. I mean, you are so self-sufficient that you don't need anybody. And I've had it up to here with trying to work things out. I mean, who cares anyway?
Well, I don't. I know that.
Terrific. Because that makes two of us.
You're absolutely certain your marriage can't be saved? You try to work things out.
Yeah, we have, but it's just no use. We're just not compatible anymore. But then again, I guess we really never were.
There's really no point in us staying together. Is there?
Well, all your papers seem to be in order. All right, Gail and Gary. I hereby declare you to be divorced.
And so when Sam told me he was going to teach a course about marriage, I said, you gotta be kidding. Who knows how to be married? I thought it was like horseback riding. You just get on and...
If you don't know what you're doing, you wind up in a heap. At least that's what happened in my first marriage, anyway.
How come you got divorced?
Well, the question is, how come we got married in the first place? We were only 18. We didn't even know how to open up a checking account, much less live on the $60 a week I was making. We ran into all the typical problems, but instead of trying to work them out together, we spent all our time trying to figure out whose fault they were. She'd yell at me, I'd yell at her, and of course, the louder we yelled, the less we listened.
I want you to have this.
What's in it?
It's my part of the property settlement, okay? You can open it if you want.
You're giving me this?
Uh-huh.
Hey, look, I can't take it. You won a prize for it and all.
But I want you to. Please.
You sure? Well, thank you. Remind me of all the...
Of all the rotten times we had, right? Anyway, I hope your next marriage turns out to be better.
Hmm?
You know, the real one. To Penny.
Oh, sure. The real disaster. I did learn something from all this, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, I tried telling you before. It's just that you never listen. It's all over me and Penny. I mean, she and I never would have passed that course. First of all, she would have messed up the budget, and we would have had these humongous battles and...
Worse than us, huh?
Are you kidding? 100 times worse. You know, she thinks that marriage is all fun and games.
Oh, you mean it isn't?
Hey, you're a real slow learner, you know that?
Well, maybe we should take the class over again and get it right this time?
Mm-hmm. You have any other great ideas? You know what I think?
What?
I think you and I just might turn out to be compatible after all.
Suddenly I can tell you all that I feel inside me. Suddenly I'm not frightened. Suddenly I'm not shy. Love can be conversation, bringing us close together, helping us find each other, sharing our secrets.